In an effort to fill downtown storefronts, San Francisco is offering businesses up to 6 months of free rent. A lot of spaces were left empty following the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's go ahead and bring in Dennis Phillips. She's the executive director of the Office of Economic and Workforce Development for the city of San Francisco. Thanks for being here. Can you tell us about the program? How does it work?
Yeah, happy to. Our Vacant to Vibrant program came out of Mayor Breed's downtown recovery plan that was launched last February. The heart of the program is that we match local entrepreneurs, artists, small businesses with building owners that have ground floor storefronts. And we allow them 6 months of free rent, 3 to 6 months of free rent within that space. And what we hope and what we've seen with our first launch is that those turn into long-term businesses. We seed them through this program, and now our first cohort, which we launched last fall, are permanent parts of our downtown fabric.
How does the city pay for something like this?
You know, it's a lot more administrative than it is costly. We have a whole lot of interest from our entrepreneurs and small businesses. The amount of applications we've seen to the program is astounding. Wow. Almost 1,000 applications overall for a very limited number of spaces. We also have a lot of interest from building owners who are slowly coming forward to the realization that their ground floors are an investment in their upper stories, that the more active their ground floor is, the better chance they have of renting and getting more revenue out of their upper stories. And so given the interest on both the building side and the small business side, we can seed it with a very small amount of money to help the storefront build out in its initial phases, some investment for legal fees and signing leases, and a whole lot of technical assistance.
It's interesting. It's the way you describe it. It almost sounds like it's sort of a move-in special, right? That these building owners, they don't want those places to sit vacant, so you kind of give a little bit of that incentive. Can you explain how filling these vacancies sort of benefits everybody? How does it benefit the city? How does it benefit the standard of living for residents?
Absolutely. I mean, we see so much benefit out of this program. Not only is it expanding our small business pool and giving entrepreneurs a shot in downtown, which, let's be honest, before in our pre-COVID times, they didn't have the capital to do. What we're also seeing is we're seeing a lively street front. We're seeing safer sidewalks that are now active, and we're seeing businesses want to come back to work because now they have the reason and incentives to. And we're seeing the numbers result in terms of our downtown foot traffic. While we still have a ways to go in terms of daytime recovery, our restaurants, bars, nightlife in downtown is back to pre-COVID levels. Wow. Because people are coming down for the things they want to do.
So are these businesses, after the 6 months, able to make it and stay? Because we know that I'm sure rent is still going to be high even with that special. And also, because I only have a little bit left with you, have you been getting calls from any other municipalities asking you about the program?
We have, and you know, we'll give our learnings to any city that wants to learn, because all major cities are facing the same structural changes in their downtown. And I will say that, yes, we are seeing long-term success with this program. Out of the initial cohort of storefronts that we launched last fall, 7 out of the 9 businesses seated there are now have long-term leases for the near future. And of the 2 that didn't, one of those actually never intended to be a long-term storefront. They wanted the holiday benefit. We're really hopeful that we'll see the same in the next cohort. And what we're also seeing is that the building owners are coming to the table and they are offering competitive terms that are, you know, in line with our new reality of downtown. They're offering percentage-based rents. They now know these storefronts, these new businesses, and they want to be partners for the long term.
Well, Dennis Phillips, thanks for coming on and explaining it. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for covering.